But so here on the 6th, 2023 March, turn the page from my Iditarod coverage, like I was just saying, and going, talking about more Alaska politics, because we're not, we've got a lot of time before this race kind of gets, shakes out who's running who. We got to get to 24 and stuff, but like Alaska politics right now, Mary Peltola, the quote-unquote Alaska delegation, Dan Sullivan, Lisa Murkowski, who all came up with a lot of the Alaska legislators to do sort of a picture and a soundbite at the Iditarod start. And I think you can tell by the amount that I coverage Iditarod compared to how they coverage it. If you weigh those two things on a balance scale, I clearly know more about the subject matter than them. And I worry, in terms of looking at the political landscape, not just the state legislators and House representatives people, but also at the national level, the triumvirate that I just mentioned, the quote-unquote Alaska delegation, Lisa Murkowski, as well as, Mary Peltola, as well as Senator Dan Sullivan. Do they really know the state? They come up for a soundbite for there. They don't understand the behind the scenes. They don't understand the strategy. They're there for a picture, and they don't really understand the impact of the race and behind the scenes, the ecosystem of businesses that support that race on the actual people who work for those businesses, as well as the dogs. You know what I mean? It's a very superficial, and we can see it transparently with social media. It's a very superficial understanding. Hey, Hero, how you doing, buddy? But, and I worry, like the Willow Project, which is really in the news right now, up there on the North Slope with the Ambler Road. We've talked about that kind of stuff, or at least I have, quite a bit in the past in terms of resource development type projects. And obviously, I'm not someone who's like, this super greenie out waving the, save the whales flag, though I think we should save the whales. You know what I mean? It's the issue of disrespecting those indigenous native tribes from those regions where these development projects are potentially going to be, put and developed, like the people up there on the North Slope. Some of those tribes, like the Canada Chiefs Conference, has come out and say they don't want that Ambler Road, they don't want that Ambler mine. Those are the people who reside, and who subsist off the fish and the moose and the caribou in the specific region. Mary Peltola is from Southwest Alaska, different part of Alaska. We need to respect, the locals' voice, and that's their land, that's their resource. You know what I mean? And I really feel like that there's those people, those Alaska delegation is just not honoring their constituents